Hello guys, and welcome to the last screencast for MDF3 term 1310. Week 4 project would be dealing with hybrid applications, and what we did in this was use web standards, HTML5, CSS, and JavaScript to create an interface or a UI. And basically, what I did is I used the app ClimateCast, and this is the app that I've used basically for the entire course to implement a lot of the concepts that we're learning. So one thing, I did take the liberty of updating the UI for this this final iteration of ClimateCast for this class, and took all the lower buttons from the old UI and put them into the actual action bar. And you can see we have a total of 4 options to add a favorite, to view the favorites, about, and then a view on map. And everything works pretty much just the way it did, except it's in the action bar. So what I did for my app was, in the about, I went ahead and took the liberty of creating a basic mobile jQuery Twitter bootstrap type web page. And it has some enhanced functionalities to navigate through this actual view. So we have about, we can go down, and for what I actually use specifically to meet the requirements is use a text area to collect a string or comments or whatever the user wants to input. And for this case, I'll put this is the best app ever. So cool. So we'll go ahead and use that as the data collection. We'll go ahead and press the email icon, and what this does is composes. So it uses the action send intent, and for those who haven't used this app before, for this it'll bring up a chooser and anything that the chooser would present, and then you can select like Gmail, for instance. This is what I used, and then you can send the email. So what it did is automatically populated the to address, and the subject line made sense since I'm the developer to easily identify the email and where it was coming from. Put the subject as email from ClimateCast, and then we can see that in the body of the email what the user had typed, which was "this is the best app ever," and then also it puts in a signature line. So this is basically what I did, and I'll go ahead and send that. And what we'll see is I can check my email. I'll do that later. That it actually sent. So what would I have done differently? Nothing really. I mean, this made more sense than anything I could think of. I actually was going to do a birthday tracker, but I figured this was more cohesive overall. Clarification, I guess more of outlining of the JavaScript. Since it's been a year or two since I've done JavaScript, I realized that it was a real crash course back into it, and kind of challenging. And as far as hybrid applications in their place in mobile development, I think it definitely has its place. There are some limitations to it, but as far as security and all that other stuff, but I think it definitely helps, as I was able to take this whole website and basically drop it in. And now if I had hooked it up to the actual website and pull that URL and change the code that I had on the actual website, I could have allowed that I could update this whenever I wanted. I could showcase new apps. I could do various things to alert the user about things that are going on that I may want them to know in real time, outside of push notifications. But yeah, very good. This was my week in MDF3, week 4. I love this class. It was fun, and I'll see hopefully all of you next month.